I just longed Bitcoin for the second time in 2 days, guys. I'm gonna talk about the current long trade that I'm in inside Bitcoin, and also where I'm gonna take this long trade to, and how am I planning to also maybe short Bitcoin if it fakes out the highs as it did with these lows. So let me right now break down this trade and how am I going to trade Bitcoin next, and where's the most important resistance line for us to break before going or seeing any higher prices to come on Bitcoin. So basically, yesterday, guys, I don't want to make it too long of a video. So in yesterday's video, guys, I told you that I got into a long trade on Bitcoin based on this low being taken, which I actually shared on the day before yesterday. I think on Monday, I told you guys that I'm looking to fill in this wick and then to take a long trade based on this fake out. And then also yesterday, I came to you guys in my next video, which was yesterday. As you can see, I told you guys that I currently longed Bitcoin, yes, based on the idea of us taking these lows for the first time. However, I also said that the next trade idea would be doing it once again and actually SFBing the SFB or taking liquidity from the same candle, which actually got me into the first long trade. And I actually just right now in the morning got into this current long trade. As you can see, I shared this exact idea with you guys, I think in the past 24 hours or 20 hours to be exact. As you can see, this is the video where I spoke about me being in a long trade. However, I also posted or shared this idea of us going back down, hitting the 111.5 and also hitting the high volume area along with the golden Fibonacci pocket, which is at 11 or $111.2. As you can see, $111.200. As you can see, this is exactly the trade that I actually predicted and wanted to get into before seeing any higher prices. And right now, I'm actually into some nice profits within these long trades. So let me right now break down where am I going to take this long trade to, and where is exactly the next trade to be had on Bitcoin. So firstly, let's start with the idea of holding this long for much higher. As I've said right now, yes, I'm currently in a long trade. I just took take profit 1 TP1 literally right now at $113,000. However, I'm still holding into most of my position. What I did is actually, when I got into the trade and saw this pump, I took profit right now, and I also moved my stop loss to break even, or sorry, to my entry within and in profits right now, as you can see it. So this is currently how my long trade is looking like, and basically I'm still expecting or wanting to hold this long for much higher, to be honest. So we either right now, once I've hit take profit 1, I got my stop loss at my entry, I'm already guaranteed some profits. Either way right now, if either Bitcoin decides to break the resistance, which is I'm gonna talk about, or it falls down and hits my stop loss, I'm gonna be guaranteed some nice profits on this log. So let's right now talk about which resistance am I needing to see Bitcoin break before targeting any higher on this current long trade that I'm in inside Bitcoin. As you can see, the most important critical zone that we need to break and reclaim as support, from resistance to as support, as you can see, is still the most or the same line or area that I've been speaking about or talking about for the past 3 to 4 days. As you can see, the $113,000 still remains the most important resistance line on Bitcoin right now on the lower time frame. As you can see, this is the area that we must break before targeting or seeing any higher over on Bitcoin. So right now, I'm gonna hold on onto my long. If it manages to break 113, I'm gonna be expecting higher to come on Bitcoin. As I've said, if we hold 113.5, I'm going to still be waiting for a nice pump on Bitcoin and maybe call this as a fake out of these lows, as you can see. However, if Bitcoin does not hit or break or reclaim 113, then I might also probably just wait for Bitcoin to go down and then maybe wait for the next long trade that I've mentioned at $110,000. So I'm either right now, I'm currently in a long trade, we either see a break of this resistance and hold onto my longs, or we go down, fall back down, hit the stop loss at some nice profits, and then wait for a much lower drop to get and try again to long Bitcoin. However, I also wanted, before ending this video, to quickly mention an idea of a short based on us SFPing or taking liquidity from the upside or faking out us breaking the resistance and then going back down. As you can see, this is basically the idea. As I've said, that we need to reclaim 113.5. However, we must, or there might be a case of Bitcoin going back above, hitting the anchored VWAP, which is basically a tool that shows you if we are still in this downtrend or not. So we can clearly see that we are in a downtrend mentioned, since we have put the high at 117.8, so technically there could be a possibility of Bitcoin right now. Once the New York session opens in I think 1 hour, it could actually take these liquidity that we are got right now sitting at 113.5, fake out or make it as if we are breaking the resistance and then go back under 113.1. If we do this, I might be actually taking a short from this fake out move. So either see a nice breakout and then hold onto my long, or we see a fake out and then take a short on Bitcoin. Either way, I'm currently in a nice long trade. Say we drop, I'm going to long at 110. So we go above and fake out, I'm going to short at this fake out of 113.5. Thanks for watching, guys.